getting you ready for the first pitch of LSU baseball. We continue on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We are back here at Ellick Stadium, Skip Bertman Field, game one of a three-game series between LSU and Samford. Time for talking with Tigers as we're joined now by LSU assistant coach and recruiting coordinator Josh Jordan. And Coach, Tigers have been playing at a very high level, of course. Big home weekend as it's the final weekend before conference play starts. Just talk about the significance of that.
Well, I think anytime you head into another phase of the season, the conference season next week, you want to make sure that you've got great momentum. You know, in our sport, they say momentum's only as good as the next day's pitcher. Well, I like our chances with the guy we have on the mound today. But you want to get guys in a position where they can go out next week and feel like, okay, I'm prepared to take that next step. Whether it be from a development piece, whether it be from in terms of role on the team. You just try to use this last weekend. Now, obviously, you know, every game is so important at this level, the margins of error. So we're not looking past Samford, a great opponent. Played against those guys when I was in the Southern Conference way back in the day at Appalachian State. So they're well coached, good team, and they'll come in here ready to play.
Coach, one young player who's really emerged in the past several games is Paxton Kling. Just your thoughts as you observe the way he has really been a force both offensively and defensively.
He's really, really athletic. I think we talked about it last time, just being on the bases, how dynamic he can be as a base threat. As a runner and as a threat on the bases. But his explosiveness and his development, he's starting to really get more comfortable with the pitching at this level. And having each at bat is just a little bit better and a little bit more mature. And along with that comes some confidence. So when you take a guy like him, who's a great athlete, who's surrounded by great support, I think that outfield unit led by Dylan Cruz has done a really good job of kind of allowing him to grow and develop and helping him with the smaller things of the game. And I think Dylan's done a really good job of that. And you got to be excited about that guy's future because he's a dynamic player.
And Coach, I know you work closely with the catchers and with the first baseman. Cade Beloso, veteran of this program, of course, 5-year guy. He knows the position well. But just talk about the way that he has made an impact in the lineup with his home run power and with his defense. Yeah,
something I really challenged Cade, number one, I knew Cade coming into this just because, again, you're talking about a guy that had an unbelievable freshman year, and if you follow college baseball, you knew how substantial of a player he was coming into this program. So the young man's always had talent. What you're seeing now is him being healthy, obviously, but number two is I kind of challenged him and Trey in the fall with being more athletic and more dynamic as a first baseman. Don't put a ceiling on you as a player in terms of, okay, I'm just a first baseman. Be the most dynamic first baseman in this league. And that play he made the other day where he stepped on first base and threw from an angle, something I wanted those guys to really develop on was athletic catch is what I call it. And as all infielders, even at first base, you have to be able to throw from angles. Yep. If you can't do that, you're an outfielder. Yeah. And so he's done a really good job of embracing that and the way he's approached everything. You don't have favorites as coaches, but what you do have is guys that you root really hard for, and I'm rooting really hard for Cade Beloso because he bleeds purple and gold.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much, Bill. Appreciate it.
Coach Josh Jordan with us as we're talking with Tigers this evening. A lot more to come after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Check, 1,
My
2.
husband
check,
had
1, 2.
a gun. Him and his friends would go shooting. The ammunition, unfortunately, was not stored separately. In a million years, we never thought that Emily could. There's a hole in our family that can never, ever be filled.
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. With safe gun storage, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Right. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We are back on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show with LSU Fighting Tiger baseball on the way. First, time to take a trip around the SEC on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Again, a very mild night here in the capital city as we get ready to start a 3-game series. LSU welcoming in the Samford Bulldogs out of the Southern Conference. Again, very important final tune-up before SEC action begins on the road next week. Speaking of the SEC, let's go take a trip around the SEC. Presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? And with that, once again, happy to be in the booth. To my left, former Tiger champion Doug Thompson. Doug, what do we have on tap around the Southeastern Conference?
Yes, sir. We'll start off with the standings starting in the Eastern Division. South Carolina leads the way with a 13-1 overall record. Kentucky's 11-2. Missouri is 10-2. Florida is 12-3. Tennessee's 11-3. Georgia is 10-3, and Vanderbilt is 10-4 in the West now. Alabama leads the pack. They're unbeaten. 14-0 are the Tide. LSU is 12-1. Auburn is 11-1. Ole Miss is 11-2. Arkansas is 10-2. Texas A&M is 9-4, and Mississippi State is 8-5. Looking at today's scores, just get you the refresh here to get you the most recent scores. The final in Missouri, 6-1. Missouri winners today. In the top of the 10th inning, Southeastern Illinois and Kentucky Wildcats just took the lead 5-4. Again, they're in the top of the 10th. La Tech fell in 10 innings to Arkansas 7-4. Chicago Southern is losing right now in the bottom of the 5th inning 15-1. Vanderbilt and I guess that's Lamar are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tennessee leads Moorhead 5-0. Florida is leading Southern Illinois, they're delayed in the top of the 1st inning. That Tennessee game's in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score between Alabama yet and Columbus. It's in the top of the 1st inning. Lipscomb is ahead of Mississippi State. They're in the top of the 1st inning. They're leading 1-0. So lots of action, of course, around the league tonight, Chris, and we will keep our listeners up as the night goes on.
You got it. All righty. We'll continue to get you ready for this matchup featuring your LSU Fighting Tigers. They host the Samford Bulldogs. Up next, take a look at the starting pitching matchup for both the Bulldogs and the Tigers. Stay with us. More to come on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details. Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Leading you up to first pitch of LSU baseball. Back with more on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time to break down the game's starting pitchers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back with you on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. And, of course, rice from Louisiana Farms to your table. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup tonight. Who will be on the bump for both Samford and LSU? With that, once again, here's Doug Thompson. Doug?
Yeah, we'll start off with Samford. Jacob Cravey, first of all, a pair of 6'6" right-handers on the mound tonight. A lot of velocity out there. Jacob Cravey is a junior. He is 1-1 on the year. This is his fourth start of the year. And 16 2/3, he's allowed 8 hits, 9 runs. They've all been earned. He has 10 walks and 23 strikeouts on the year. Opponents are hitting 143. He has gone a complete game this year. That fastball is going to sit in the low to mid-90s, 90 to 95 miles an hour. He has a slider in the low 80s and a changeup in the mid-80s. So he's going to be a tough one to get through tonight. Again, 23 strikeouts in 16 innings. That's pretty impressive. But, of course, Chris, not quite as impressive as the SEC strikeout king, Paul Skeens. 36 strikeouts for Skeens in 18 innings of work. Only 3 walks allowed. That is 12-1, ladies and gentlemen. Opponents are hitting 100 off of Skeens in 18 innings of work. He's allowed 6 hits and 1 earned run. Going to be a lot of electricity on that mound tonight. Skeens will bump 100 several times. And the other young man from Samford, Jacob Cravey, will also be in the mid-90s.
Look at the starters for tonight. Again, for the Bulldogs, it'll be junior right-hander Jacob Cravey. For your Tigers, it'll be red-hot Paul Skeens, the junior right-hander on the mound for LSU. Don't forget, you can catch the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show each night before LSU baseball. But you also have the chance to honor your favorite home chef and crown them as the All-Star MVP. So just submit a name now. You can do so easily. Go to CajunCountryRice.com/LSU Tigers and submit the name of your favorite amateur chef, and they could be a winner. We'll continue with more. Bill Franquez caught up with head coach Jay Johnson moments ago. We'll hear from the coach and later the starting lineups. We'll get it underway. Game 1, Samford and LSU here at the box on a Friday night on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is Richard Zuschwa, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Are you one of many homeowners who just dreads the winter due to inconsistent home heating? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who just wants to offer more reliable, higher efficiency home heating. Lux Air helps keep homes warm while saving money and offers great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Lux Air dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxAir.com to learn about working with Lux Air.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
The Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods.
This is Richard Zuschwa, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
as we continue on the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show. It's time to visit with the top Tiger. This visit with LSU skipper Jay Johnson, presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics, on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back again here at Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field, game one of a three-game series between LSU and Samford. And we're joined now by LSU head coach Jay Johnson. And, Coach, we talked a little bit about it back after the game on Wednesday night against Lamar, but this being the final weekend prior to the start of SEC play, is there more significance to it? Or I know you guys preached the 56-game playoff, so it seems like the approach is the same.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've got enough respect for our opponent and just winning a college baseball game. We got to focus on now. With that being said, every game that we play, we learn more about our team. Again, that's inevitable, and that's a good thing that we're able to win some games and learn about our team to, put us in the best position possible for what's ahead, which is a really good challenge when you talk about the SEC schedule.
You commented back on Wednesday night after the game that you thought, in terms of offensive execution, that may have been one of the better games you guys have played. Same goes for the game against Butler on Monday. Just talk about the way the offense you feel like is evolving.
Yeah, I think guys are just settling into the season a little bit and staying consistent in their approach. I think they're recognizing pitches better, both the mistakes that they can get really good swings on, and then staying out of pitches out of the zone, get a little more comfortable, 2 strikes. So good pitcher we're facing tonight, so hopefully we can continue that forward.
And I guess it's hard to come up with any more superlatives for Paul Skeens, but of course, what a phenomenal start he's off to, leading the nation in strikeouts. He's been dominating in all 3 outings so far. What are you looking for him tonight with the conference looming next week?
Yeah, just to be himself. I mean, if Paul's just Paul, that's always going to give us a chance to win, and that's what we're looking for. We were able to get him out of the game with a lower pitch count last week, which was nice. We just want him to execute. He's ready to roll. He wants to be out there as long as he can, and expect him to pitch well.
All right, Coach, we greatly appreciate it, and good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you again after the game.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bill.
All right, Coach Jay Johnson with his Tigers getting set for game 1 with Samford. We've got a lot more, including tonight's starting lineups after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit AdoptUSKids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athletes, their speed, their vertical, their agility. It's time to picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball is just moments away. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Proudly helping Louisiana business stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday for over 40 years. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to the box. We got the starting lineups coming up, but before we do that, LSU partnering along with the Super Chevy dealers have a special guest throw out the first pitch tonight. Again, retired Sergeant Corey Jenkins throws out the first pitch. Threw a pretty good pitch, maybe a bit high and outside, but he forgot all about that because the wall in center field opened up. And the Super Chevy dealers just handed him a key to a brand new Chevrolet Traverse for his service to our country. And to say it takes him aback would be an understatement. So great moment here at the box to kick off Military Appreciation Weekend. Let's get to the starting lineups in tonight's game. It'll be Samford and LSU. The Bulldogs come in 6-6. It'll be Josh Rodriguez starting things off. He'll be in center field. The junior batting 178. Jaden Davis will be the DH. He'll be up in the 2 spot, a freshman for the Bulldogs. He batting 300. Stephen Klein will bat third and play first base, hitting 325. John Anderson at third base will be the cleanup hitter, the right-handed junior, batting 311. Lucas Steele will be in the 5 spot. He'll be in left field. Freshman off to a great start, batting 357. Garrett Howe will be the shortstop in the 6th spot. The junior batting 366. Garrett Staten will be at second base, bat 7th for the Bulldogs. Case Garner will be in right field, batting 8th, and Caden Dreyer will be behind the plate catching. He will bat 9th for Samford. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU, 12-1 on the season, ranked number 1 in the country. Gavin Dugas will continue to lead things off. The second baseman, a senior, batting 395 with 12 runs batted in to go along with 4 home runs to lead the Tigers. Trey Morgan will be in left field. He'll bat second with a 326 average. Dylan Cruz will stay in that 3 spot. He'll be in center field, the junior, batting a red-hot 465. Tommy White will be the cleanup hitter and the DH once again, hitting 382. Brady Neal behind the plate will bat 5th. Jordan Thompson will be at shortstop in the 6th spot. Jarrett Jones, another start at first base, will bat 7th. Ben Napolt back in the field playing at 3rd, will bat 8th. And Paxton Kling, another start for the freshman. He'll be in right field, batting 9th. That's a look at the Cintas starting lineup. We're just moments away from first pitch. Samford and LSU. Glad you can join us. We'll be right back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
You'll like it hot and spicy? Then play Boil 'em Up from the lottery. Win up to $3,000. You've hit the bonus round. Play Win It All bonus. Win up to $17,000. Looking for a jolt of cash? Pick up High Voltage Bingo and win up to $30,000. Stack up your winnings with $200,000 stacks. Top prize $200,000. The Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
17 SEC championships.
The slash 5 R's in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances.
Swung on the hit to right field. That's way back there. Way back there.
18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Good Friday evening. Welcome in to Skip Bergman Field, Alec Box Stadium here on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge. The first of 3 this weekend. Final tune-up for LSU as they'll take on the Samford Bulldogs out of the Southern Conference. Samford coming in 6-6 on the season. Your Tigers, of course, 7 wins in a row. They are 12-1 on the year. As the Tigers take the field here, we're just about set for first pitch. Glad to have you join us all across the LSU Sports Radio Network and on the SEC Network Plus, along with our producer Taylor Sharp in the Capital One studios. Former Tiger champ Doug Thompson, Chris Blair here in the booth. And Doug, this is, as I mentioned, an important weekend because, believe it or not, they say time flies when you're having fun, and obviously LSU baseball having fun off to a 12-1 start. But next weekend, it gets real as the SEC begins on the road at Texas A&M. But a chance to continue to work. Jay Johnson get a good sample of where everybody needs to be in the lineup and where they need to be on the field.
Well, you know, everybody's playing the same caliber opponent right now. And you look at LSU, they're 4th in the league in hitting. They're 4th in the league in pitching. They lead in certain categories. But, you know, this weekend and Blake Dean's UNO team that's going to come in here Tuesday night are going to be formidable opponents. The guy tonight on the mound is more of an SEC arm. He's going to bump up to 94, 95, who knows in this environment, maybe even 96 miles an hour, which is going to be more likely what the Tigers will face throughout that SEC season. So great tune-up. Be great if they could go into the SEC with another 4 wins under their belt. You got to feel really good on the night with this dude on the mound.
Take a look at our game day forecast. Brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages never. Get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. As I mentioned, a mild night, maybe a little cool as the sun has set here in the capital city. Currently still very comfortable here at the ballpark, especially after spending a couple of days in 50-degree weather in Music City. So it's 65 degrees here in Baton Rouge. Still some clouds, mostly cloudy for the most part. It'll stay that way overnight, though not expecting any rain. We should have a perfect night for college baseball here in, well, closing in on mid-March, but we'll say early March 2023. As Skeens takes his final warm-up tosses, again, the Tigers Friday night will have the purple jerseys, white pants. For military appreciation, they'll go with the camo hats, as Samford going all gray as the visiting team. Skeens is ready to go. We're ready to go. Leading things off will be Josh Rodriguez. Leadoff hitter batting just 178. Started all 12 games so far for the Bulldogs. Nobody been more electric on the mound in the SEC, or for that matter in the country so far, than Paul Skeens, and he's set to get us started here. As Rodriguez steps in, the right-handed hitter. Umpire gives the go-ahead. Skeens ready to roll. He winds and delivers. First pitch, fastball misses high and outside, and we are underway. Time of first pitch, 6:33 Central Time.
Rodriguez spent last season, his sophomore year, at Hines Community College.
1-0 from Skeens. There's a strike right at the belt. Mid-90 fastball there from Skeens. Evens the count 1-1. Wind picking up a little bit as the flags blow left to right as we look out at the batter's eye in center field. Skeens, the 1-1 pitch to the plate. There's a strike on the inside corner. Down around right at the knees. Not much you can do with that for any hitter.
Good breaking ball there from Skeens. I think the radar gun is stuck at 94.
Yeah, it didn't move. Here's the 1-2. Comes back with a heater, but this one outside. And they'll try to reset the radar gun here.
Yeah, like that's important to me tonight. I think a lot of our listeners
important
too,
to
you know?
listeners and viewers and those here at the ballpark.
It's interesting when this guy's on the mound.
2-2 the countdown to Rodriguez. Here's a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Rodriguez. The Skeens blows that one by. Super One Food strikeout. 1 down here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Jaden Davis to the plate. The DH batting in the 2 spot.
Well, we're stuck on 94.78 miles an hour, but that had to be closer to 100.
Yeah. That one was close to triple digits.
Can we reset it, turn it off, maybe, blow on it, bang on it, something to get it back to 0?
Maybe the Fonzie method might work. 1 away. And Skeens delivers. This one missing low and outside. 1-0. Setting up the first pitch to Jaden Davis. Again, the freshman off to a good start, batting .300 on the year. He's played in all 12 games with 10 starts for the Bulldogs. 1-0 from Skeens. There's a strike again at the knees. Comes back with the heat. Evens a count 1-1.
Yeah, he's a high school guy out of Cookeville High School in Tennessee. Had 60 hits his senior year, set a school record, hit 625, but I bet he never saw a fastball like this one.
The 1-1. High chopping ground ball towards third. Going to be handled, and the Pope will throw to first. Nice dig by Jared Jones at first base to record out number 2. So 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. For those joining us on the SEC Network Plus, just prior to the start of tonight's game, we had the ceremonial first pitch. LSU and the Super Chevy dealers invited a great American veteran to come out, throw the first pitch to start Memorial or the Military Appreciation Weekend. And
so
that's
cool.
a pretty cool honor to come out and throw the pitch here at Alex Box Stadium. No, he was stoked for that, but then they brought out a brand new Chevrolet SUV
really cool.
and handed him the keys with 0 payments. Hard to beat that. So a great night. Thanks to Super Chevy dealers for really making a great moment, not only for the veteran, but for all of us here. Klein stands in, a left-handed hitter. First pitch a called strike. This one misses outside, and it's 1-1. Stephen Klein, a senior.
Yeah, played in 50 games last year. Actually transferred over the year before from Delgado.
1-1. Low and inside. Make it 2-1. Samford, of course, in the Homewood area, just outside suburb of Birmingham, Alabama. Again,
good hitter here. Klein, sorry, Chris, but he actually led the team last year in batting, .331.
This one a mile high to right center field. Dylan Cruz, though, over there to settle under it. Went way up in the air, but lost a little bit. Comes down for out number 3. So the Bulldogs go in order, 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first inning. We'll see the Tigers come to the plate for the first time. Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz. When we come back, this is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too. Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers come to the plate for the first time tonight. Gavin Dugas will lead it off as we interplay into the bottom of the first inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bulldogs as Skeens cruises through the first 3 batters. Now we'll see Dugas come to the plate, batting .395 on the year. 13 games of action, 12 starts. First pitch offered up by Cravey, a called strike. Dugas a little surprised, but he'll dig back in. It's 0-1. This one way upstairs, gets out of the mitt of Dreyer, the catcher, and that'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tiger fans, remember StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. Check the virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. Another outside the zone from Cravey. It's now 2-1 to Gavin Dugas. Inside, brushes him back. Now 3-1.
We're 33 hit by pitches. Actually, southeastern Louisiana leads the country by a long margin. They're in the 50s. Speaking of.
Time called now by Dugas and our home plate umpire, Ray Gregson, asking to visit with Jay Johnson for a moment. So Coach comes out of the dugout. They'll have a quick meeting down there. Speaking of umpires, again, Ray Gregson behind the plate, Eddie Newsom down at first, Ryan Broussard at second, Jeff Beeman down the line at third. Very soon we'll be experimenting here at the box with the umpire being wired up for sound. That should be coming very quickly. Again, expecting to have it certainly for conference play, not only here at the box, but all across the SEC, which is going to help a little bit. I'm not sure Jay Johnson was thrilled with the conversation.
He wasn't, and this is where we need the mic.
Again, Dugas asked for time. He was granted time, but then immediately Ray Gregson said, maybe I'm going to give you this one, but next time you won't be so lucky. I'm not sure.
This takes more time than just letting the at-bat go.
Here's the 3-1 to Gavin. In on the hands for ball 4. So the Tigers get the leadoff man aboard here to start things in the bottom of the first inning. Well, you know, it's another thing. Jay Johnson was asked about it a couple of weeks ago. In fact, after they left the Round Rock Classic, the media asked Jay what he thought about the new timing rules, pitch count, as well as the hitters count when they have to be set and be ready to go. And he said he just didn't want a lot of extra burden on the home plate umpire. The most important job is balls and strikes, and now we're going to use a microphone, which will help us and will certainly allow everybody to understand what's happening in the game. As Morgan, first pitch on the inside corner, steps in. It's 0-1 to Trey. But it does create one more thing an umpire's got to be concerned about. Is my mic on? Did I turn it off?
Did I turn it off?
Do I talk now or no? Here's the 0-1. It's going to hit Morgan in the back shoulder. So Cravey walks Dugas, now hits Trey Morgan. That's number 34 hit by pitch for the Tigers this year. And without an out, runners first and second, the Tigers threatening, and not the guy you want to see if you're Cravey, and that's Dylan Cruz.
That's where you really get in trouble. When you put him on for free and then you have to face this guy with no outs. And there's no free base to put him on, and if you pitch around him, then Tommy Tanks is waiting on. Just not a good spot.
Dugas with a leadoff second. Morgan does the same at first, and the pitch from Cravey. Fastball misses high. And it's 1-0 to Dylan Cruz, batting .465, 19 runs batted in, 6 doubles on the year with 3 home runs. .1-0 pitch. Big swing, just got a tip of it, and rolls off the catcher mid of Dreyer and rolls back towards the mound. And it's 1-1.
Chris, I've got to apologize to our listeners. They deserve better. I pulled up the SEC scores. I'm pretty sure I just made up a few colleges when they just gave me the letters. And when I run it back, though, I'm going to get the New Jersey Institute of Technology right this time, I promise. Can't wait for SEC play to start.
Here's the 1-1. Another big swing, but sent back foul into the screen, and Cruz behind in the count 1-2.
There's another guy that feels the same way, and that's our sidekick, Buzzy Heidel. We like it when it's just South Carolina versus Georgia and Athens. Today I've got to remember Lipscomb and Bethune-Cookman and so many others.
Runners first and second. The 1-2 called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Dylan Cruz leaned in, looked at it, stayed away, and I'm not sure he agrees with that one, but he's down on strikes and there's one away. And for a split second, Jacob Cravey can wipe his brow, but as Doug mentioned, now with runners first and second, still just one out. Here comes Tommy Tanks.
The pitcher in me wants to say, like, the inside edge of the ball grazed the black of the plate, so it was right there on the edge, about as good a pitch as you can throw.
So White stands in, and the Tigers with a little threat here. Runners first and second. Breaking ball misses outside as White immediately stepped out from his stance, and it's 1-0. Tommy again trying to get back to full strength. Again, maybe be able to take some action in the field, but right now they're happy to have him as the DH. The 1-0, big swing, ground ball towards the shortstop. He picked up, throw to second, a little delay on the throw to first, and it gets away from Klein, and that's going to allow Dugas to come in to score. So they get Morgan at second, And there was just some hesitation by Stanton as he hesitated before then picking up the ball and trying to throw to first. Probably better off putting that one in his pocket.
Well, in hindsight, for sure, he just couldn't quite. It's almost as if he hesitated like the first baseman weren't there waiting on the bag. Of course he was. Or maybe the ball was kind of slipping out of his hands, but an errant throw will plate the first run. We'll take it.
So with 2 outs, and the Tigers now lead 1-0. White stands down at second, as we'll see Brady Neal, the freshman catcher, left-hander. First pitch from Cravey misses low. Cravey the 1-0. Strike on the inside corner. Appears from the body language that Neal didn't quite agree with that one either, but dig back in as that pitch clock gets down to 14. He's ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second. 1-0 LSU leads. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss just off the end of the bat. Falls behind in the count, 1-2.
Yeah, Neal swung at a pitcher's pitch there. He's really good at not doing that, but this is where he gets even better with 2 strikes.
2 outs, runner at second. Here's the 1-2. Stays away as it misses low. As Dreyer able to get his glove down low enough, keep it in front of him. Evens the count now. Brady Neal. Two-2 pitch. Hit high in the air, shallow right field. Staten, the second baseman, going back, and he will have it. That Garner flying in from right field really never put on the brakes. He got right to Staten, who eventually was able to get under it and get out number 3. However, the Tigers get on the board. Able to get 1 run, no hits. They leave 1 man on. We go to the top of the second. It's a 1-0 LSU lead. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Excuse me, do you know the average time of 1 full inning at an LSU baseball game?
10 minutes. Half an hour?
I think 45 minutes. Actually, 1 inning in baseball lasts about 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
I'm going to go with an hour and a half. I think it's about 2 hours.
Probably a couple days.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than 1 inning. Wow. Find out more. Visit them at assurancemortgage.com. That's assurancemortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 70876.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers scratch a run in. They lead 1-0 as we head to the top of the second inning. Paul Skeens back to work, and he delivers a fastball for a strike on the inner half to John Anderson, leading things off, and it's 0-1.
Skeens literally broke the radar gun.
Just appears he did.
It's frozen.
That second fastball was all she wrote. Here's a swing and a miss as he chases this one that drops away. And it's 0-2. Anderson, the Bulldog third baseman, batting .311 on the year. The 0-2 from Skeens. Fights this one off, fouls it into the screen. Remains 0-2.
That had a little extra hot sauce on it.
Skeens ahead in the count. The 0-2 pitch. Little tapper in the infield grass. Napolt comes over from third, throws to first. Another nice dig by Jared Jones with the stretch and the backhand pick to record out number one.
Not the big guy over there. That is not an easy play, especially when that third baseman, first of all, Napolt, having to come across hard toward that second base bag and then to pivot around and make that throw is not easy to do. And then the big guy with a nice dig. Ooh.
That'll bring Lucas Steele to the plate, another left-hander in this lineup. Hails from Hoover, Alabama. And Skeens delivers. Trying to nibble that outside corner. They'll say just missed. It's 1-0.
With the breaking ball there. Did not miss by much.
Delivery. Again trying to catch that outer black and again just missing. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Skeens is a little frustrated. Thought he was closer than that. I spent the last 3+ months calling basketball. Never thought I would sit here and watch a pitch clock like I have this season. There's a strike as he tries the inside corner, gets it across. It's 2-1, but you know, in basketball, when you're calling the action, Doug, they'll tell you you don't need to say when there's 16 on the shot clock or even 12 on the shot clock. It really only becomes a factor when you get down to like 8 or less. Here's a swing and a miss, held on to by Neal, and that'll even the count 2-2. So you kind of got to figure out where you want to go with the pitch clock, because you don't want to say when there's 13, but I guess when it's around 5 and you haven't seen the motion. But Skeens working quickly. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. And boy, did Steele know it. He started walking to the dugout before the crack of the mitt. 2 gone. Another strikeout for Paul Skeens.
That's just so good. That had a little tail on it toward the left-handed or the right-handed batter's box at the knees. Just nothing you could do with that.
Garrett Howe, the shortstop, batting .366, will stand in. Another lefty, and Skeens continues to work. Swing and a miss as that one drops off and away from the left-hander. It's 0-1.
That's the changeup. I think that's the first one we've seen, and it should almost be illegal for him.
The 0-1 delivery. Missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I hear a phone ringing. Maybe that's somebody to fix the
it's the radar gun technician.
Maybe they could just bring it to me and I'll just hold it like the old school days.
Here's a 1-1 from Skeens. Swing and a miss. In on the hands, and he gets ahead of Howe. 1-2.
Play a more fun. I could just guess. Like I'm guessing that was about 98 miles an hour.
I wouldn't say you're that far off. 2 down, a 1-2 count. Skeens to the plate. Off the end of the bat towards the third base dugout. Catches the railing. Caroms back into the field of play, and the Pope fire it back.
You see, that was more like 95 miles an hour, but that was the 2-seamer, the sinker that barrels away from this left-handed hitter who did an incredible job of really just getting a piece of bat on it. So he goes 97 to 100 with his 4-seamer, 94 to 96 with his 2-seamer, which is ridiculous. And then a changeup that's probably high 70s, low 80s, and a slider in the mid to high 80s. It's like Randy Johnson used to be.
He was pretty good.
See ya.
Called strike 3. The 1-2 pitch right on the inner black. No offer from Howe, and Skeens records yet another strikeout. Will be his 3rd of the night, brought to you by Super One Foods. And again, the Bulldogs go in order 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. LSU leading 1-0. Back to the box. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
It's 4 a.m. Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesmaned the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll have the info you need to get more for your future. Go to aceyourretirement.org, because when it comes to speeding past financial challenges, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger baseball. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Jordan Thompson will lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. LSU leading 1-0 here in game one of this three-game set with the Samford Bulldogs. Cravey continues to work. There's a strike letter high, a little high in the zone there. Thompson will slowly back out. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Thompson batting .341 on the year. Been off to a great start for the shortstop, both at the plate and in the field. There's a breaking ball for a strike from Cravey. Yeah. It's now 1-2.
Nice little bender there from Cravey.
The 1-2 to Thompson. Slap, but foul, just left of the third base line. Keeps the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Remember, Tiger fans, StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. You can check the virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. Thompson ready to go, digs back in. The 1-2 fouled back into the screen. Mentioned earlier, the Tigers finish up this 3-game series at home. We'll welcome in UNO in the midweek before they head to Bryan College Station, start SEC play against Texas A&M. And on the hands and a foul into the screen behind the plate. Still the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jordan Thompson. Another 1-2 pitch, line drive right at the third baseman John Anderson. Drops to one knee and able to glove it for the first out of the inning. Hard hit, but right at Anderson at third.
Hard hit, and he fell behind 1-2 and fouled off a couple good pitches back into the screen. You know, if I'm head coach Jay Johnson, I'm tracking each at bat. I'm putting green around that one. That was a good AB.
Now we'll see Jared Jones already flashing the leather at first early in this game. See what he can do at the plate. First pitch from Cravey misses high.
I bet he swings hard. At least once.
Jones average now to .286. This pitch misses high. Now 2-0.
2-0. He's looking for a pitch that he can really get the bat on and just hoping to be on time.
Off the end of the bat, foul into the screen. That'll make it 2-1. Jones, the freshman, hails from the Peach State.
You know, Cravey made an adjustment in the perfect time. The first 2 pitches of the at-bat, fastballs missed high. If he'd have missed high again in that 2-0 count, with that swing, it would have been 2-0.
2-1. Again, elevated out of the zone. That will make it 3-1.
Same deal here. He's got to miss low at the knees or right on that outside corner, or he's going to get hurt.
With 1 down, the 3-1 to Jones. And that one is ripped to left field. Steele going back, and this one is off the wall. Jones will play it off the top of the wall, or rather Steele, and Jones made the wide turn, but wisely listening to his first base coach decides to head back to first base. And it looks like we're going to get a review here because it appeared, I was ready to say it was gone, and then it came right back to Steele, but I'm not sure what it came off of. And Jay Johnson's going to go out, talk to the umpires as well. But they looked like they were going to initiate the review.
They were, and of course the Tiger faithful out there in the Caesars Sportsbook left field landing are arguing that it hit just above the line, and it bounced straight up in the air when it hit. It had some topspin on it, but first of all, Jones hit it. But I'm not going to write single down in the book just yet. That may be a solo home run.
Yeah, we're going to go under review. First one of the game, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. And again, it was the umpires who came out. This is not a challenge initiated by the Tigers, although I think that would have been coming. But immediately after the play stopped, the umpires started to gather together as we get an angle from third base. That looked like it caught on the barrier just above the yellow line. Because to your point, it did go straight up. It's not as if it came right back to Steele.
They're going to get it. It's just so hard to tell, Chris, especially on this little monitor here. But that ball was a line drive. I mean,
it looked like it. You don't see it catch the yellow line. It looked like it went over the yellow line, and there's a barrier between the fencing and the actual fence, the traditional baseball fence. There's an actual metal fence in front of those seats.
My favorite thing about it is the closest Tiger fan to where the ball landed was like a 4-year-old kid. And, you know, everybody else is scattered out. But when the umpires were looking, there's like 9 grown men like, no, it hit right here. Like they were right on top of it.
Again, under review here. What appeared to be initially off the top of the wall, which was the ruling on the field, allowed Jones to get the single. But again,
look, they're pointing to it for us, so it hit the.
Yeah, again, I didn't see it go into the yellow. It almost looked like you could see the shadow go above the yellow, and that little bit of piece that separates the baseball wall from the fencing of the stands is where it appeared the ball hit, which is over the yellow line.
It's almost like the yellow should cover the back side of the wall, but it kind of separated right there, and you see the actual wall without the signage or anything behind all the padding. It hit off the top of that, it kind of looks like. It'll be interesting what they say here. And that's, of course, if those two guys that were pointing at that spot are right, which is 50-50, I think. It just got out so quick. Nobody had time to stand up and prepare for the ball to land in the stands. It took about a second and a half to get out there to the right or to the left field's wall.
So again, ruled a single off the top of the wall, which leaves Jones at first base. But the umpires again initiated this review to go see whether or not it cleared the fence for a solo home run. So we'll get the answer now. They'll say he'll stay at first base, much to the displeasure of Tiger fans. So they took a look at it, and they rule it did come off the top of the fence, so Jones will stay safely at first base.
It'll be the longest single in the SEC tonight.
So Ben DePaul will pick up a bat here, again with 1 out. Tigers up 1-0. Jones a couple of inches away from his 3rd home run of the year, but he'll stand at first base with the single. Pitch to the plate, and a strike at the knees to make it 0-1 to Ben DePaul. Batting 185, and we've talked about what he brings to the table from the standpoint of being so versatile in the field. Seen him at second, seen him at third, where he's starting tonight. The 0-1 stays away and it misses outside from Cravey, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And even though he's batting 185, he's driven in 6 runs on the year, so he is impacting the offense of this LSU team.
Yeah, he's been valuable, certainly in the defensive plugs, but you'd like to see a little bit more offense. He would certainly like to see a little bit more offense.
Runner goes, the throw down to second, gets away from Howell, the shortstop, dribbles into center field, and Jones in with a stolen base.
6'4", 230 pounds barreling down that line. Jones with some wheels there.
Got a great jump, and you're exactly right. He was moving. Got those long strides, and again, that ball just right of second base. Howell could not get his.
I hope they don't review that, because he came off the bag when that glove was right in the middle of his back. Let's hurry up and throw the next pitch.
Well, the ball was in center field.
Oh, that's right.
Here's the 2-1 to the pole. And somehow, nope. Did it catch him?
How did that not hit him?
Thought it did. He kind of leaned over as if it did, but he was just stretching, so it's now 3-1. Maybe he realized that Ray Gregson was not buying. One out, runner at second, the 3-1. And there's ball 4. So again, Cravey, who we've seen flashes of really good stuff, putting himself in trouble with some free passes here as he gives up yet another base on balls. That's his second of the night. He's hit a batter. And now we'll see Paxton Kling, the right fielder. And before that, we're going to have a mound visit. They'll wind that 30-second clock. So they'll go out and visit with Cravey. Looks like Coach Tony David out there, bringing Dreyer, the catcher, out to meet on the mound. Fans get low-rate, long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota today. Mention the start of SEC play next week. The Tigers off to a great start. Again, ranked #1 in the land. Alabama maybe a little bit of a surprise. 14-0 on the season. South Carolina off to a 13-1 start. Pitch to Kling. There's a strike to make it 0-1. Kling batting in the 9th spot, batting .393, his 29th plate appearance of the season. Driven in 4 runs. Jay Johnson, I want to talk and see him perk up a little bit. You mentioned the name Paxton Kling. He is big on the freshman from Pennsylvania. There's a breaking ball for a strike at the belt, and it's 0-2.
Good reason for that. Over this last 7-game win streak, Kling hitting .667. He's 10 for his last 15.
Got runners first and second, and this one low and away from Cravey. It's 1-2.
You talk about Alabama, Chris. They are undefeated, but right now, in the top of the 4th inning, they trail to Columbia by a score of 4-1.
One out. Kling, wide stance at the plate. Cravey fires. Chopper towards short. Going to be a tough play. Howe coming in, gloves it, throws on the run. Not in time. Kling beats it out. Everybody's safe. First, second, and third. How about a hustle from Paxton Kling? And right off the bat, you knew Howe was in trouble. He knew it when he tried to drive up at the shortstop position. Going to be a tough play.
Man, that kid can really pick him up and put him down. And that's a great at bat. He didn't hit the ball hard, but I stress to young players all the time, when he's got you 1-2, 0-2, put the ball into play, put a little bit of pressure on the defense, and Kling does that to load him up.
Top of the order, here's Dugas. And the first pitch inside on the hands. It's 1-0. So Gavin to the plate. Bases all loaded up here with just 1 out. Tigers still leading 1-0. The pitch, breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dugas walked back in the first inning, came around to score that first run of the game. 1-1. Big swing, a little up in the zone. It comes up empty. It's 1-2.
Yeah, really trying to change the scoreboard with that swing. But now he's got to go to where Kling just was. You see him spread out, and he's just going to try to put this ball in play.
The 1-2 pitch. The breaking ball sails outside to the right-hander. Evens a count, 2-2. The pitch to Dugas. Called strike 3. At the knees, inner half. Gavin a little surprised, and a big strikeout there for Cravey. Still has more work to do as he records his second strikeout of the game, but that'll bring Trey Morgan up here with a chance to add to this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I think Dugas was looking for the breaking ball there, especially in that count, in that situation. Just a fastball down the middle surprised him.
Morgan swinging for the fences, comes up empty. It's 0-1. Morgan on the year again, as we told you, batting .326. Hit by a pitch in the first inning. The 0-1, high and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. But effective when need be. .389 with runners in scoring position. .333 with runners aboard.
You got to find a way here.
Jones at third, Napolt at second, Kling on the infield single at first base. The 1-1 to Morgan. Popped up in the air, foul territory, third base side. Coming over is Anderson near the dugout and hits his glove. He can't hold on. You could see him running towards the dugout, taking his eye off the ball to see how close it was to the railing. He did it twice, and then that last time that ball got on him quickly and hit maybe the heel of the glove or maybe the outer leather, and he just couldn't capture it.
And remember, his eyeballs are bouncing up and down too because he was in a full sprint. Actually had it in the webbing of his glove, but you nailed it, Chris. Right before he got to the ball, he glanced one more time at the railing.
1-2 to Morgan. And a swing and a miss. Foul tip, but held on to by Dreyer, and the Tigers squander a bases-loaded opportunity here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, 2 hits, 3 men left on. And we head now to the top of the third. It's a 1-0 LSU lead. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Y'all like it hot and spicy? Then play Boil 'em Up from the lottery. Win up to $3,000. You've hit the bonus round. Play Win It All bonus. Win up to $17,000. Looking for a jolt of cash? Pick up High Voltage Bingo and win up to $30,000. Stack up your winnings with $200,000 stacks. Top prize $200,000. The Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Garrett Staten leads it off for Samford. We move to the top of the third inning. LSU leading 1-0, but a missed opportunity for the Tigers. Bases loaded, 1 out. They're in the bottom of the second, but Cravey able to battle out of it. Got a huge strikeout to end the inning. First pitch from Skeens, high and inside to Staten, and it's 1-0. Staten batting for the first time tonight in the 7th spot. Skeens facing the minimum so far, 3 up, 3 down in the first 2 innings. There's a strike, even the count, 1-1. Staten batting .265. He started all 12 games so far this year for the Bulldogs. 1-1. There's a line drive shot, little hopper right at second base. Off the glove with a backhand try by Dugas. Couldn't field it. Karams off of his glove, fielded by Thompson, but safely aboard at first will be Staten. Picks up his 14th hit of the year, so the leadoff man aboard for the Bulldogs here in the top of the third.
Now batting, right fielder number 7, Case Garner.
Case Garner now bats for the first time tonight. Batting .190. Making his 5th start of the year. Swings at this one nowhere close, and it's 0-1. Again, we've seen Skeens tonight get that up there, certainly near the triple digits, although the radar gun has been inoperable since about the second pitch Skeens threw back in the first inning. The 0-1 way out in front of this one, up in the zone, but Garner nowhere close on that one. He falls behind, 0-2. Garner sits back in the batter's box from the right side. The 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Nowhere close on the third try with the bat. Skeens records yet another Super One Food strikeout. That's his 4th of the night, and we'll see the bottom of the order for the first time. Caden Dreyer, the catcher, batting under 100. This will be his 7th start of the season, 16th at bat. He's 1 for 15 so far on the year. Skeens eyes the runner at first. Down to the plate. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-0. Tomorrow, a rare Saturday night game. It'll be another 6:30 first pitch for Game 2 of the Bulldogs and Tigers. We'll finish up on Sunday afternoon. 1-0, big swing, foul tip, handled by Brady Neal. And it's 1-1, the count now to Dreyer.
Yeah, a big long swing like that is going to be really tough to make solid contact off of Skeens. Hope I'm not jinxing anything, but he'd really have to guess right.
Now a throw over.
Almost caught him leaning.
He was leaning a bit, but Staten able to get back to the first base bag. You mentioned the long swing, deliberate swing. We saw that from Garner a moment ago, and he missed on 3. Trying to catch up to Skeens' delivery. Dreyer with a 1-1 count. The pitch. Ooh, just missed the outside corner with another heater, and that will bring some groans from the Tiger faithful here.
Yeah, with Skeens, I mean, you have to go up there and look for his fastball. You can't worry about his slider. Have to be able to adjust to those things, but it's got to be quick. And again, a big leg kick with a long swing just doesn't work very well.
Another quick move with a throw to first. Staten again back safely. Staten yet to attempt a stolen base, but he's extending his lead over there. Skeens well aware. Runner goes, the 2-1 opposite field. Little bloop single, and it'll bounce into right field, and around second into third comes Staten. And that time Dreyer just got the bat on the ball. Nobody at home at second with the runner going to second. Drew Dugas to the bag, and it bounced right in the middle of the infield dirt.
Well, the first hop was about in that right-handed batter's or the left-handed batter's box. I mean, he barely got it away from home plate, and of course Dugas was covering on the steal. It was really a perfectly executed hit and run on the high chop through the infield.
Wes Johnson, pitching coach, going to come out, bring the infield in here. Again with 1 out, the Bulldogs runners on the corners. First threat. Again, just the second hit, both hits coming here in the top of the 3rd inning. So Coach Johnson out there to visit with Skeens a little bit.
He's just making sure he knows the 1st and 3rd sign. Skeens hadn't had 1st and 3rd since he got to LSU. I mean, so, hey, remember, 531 is where you pick to 3rd for, you know, probably just a quick talk about what they're going to try to do here as they flip it back to the top of the order.
Josh Rodriguez, strikeout victim to Skeens to begin the contest, and another big swing and a miss. 0-1.
I'm not going to say anything about anybody's swings anymore. The guy's given up like 4 hits all year, and I just jinxed him into 1.
Not only that, a slow bouncer through the right side of the infield.
Insult.
Oh, here's a wild pitch. It gets beyond Neal, and coming in to score will be Staten, and the Bulldogs have tied the game now, 1-1.
So without the radar gun accurate, it's hard to tell if that was just a slider that got away or if he spiked a fastball. I'll have a replay here. No, it was just a slider, and Neal couldn't get over in front of it. It's tough when it's 88 miles an hour.
So a tie game now. Dreyer advanced down to second base, so potential go-ahead run in scoring position. Rodriguez, the 1-1. Fouls it back into the screen, and Skeens ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dreyer looks to extend his lead off second. Skeens will look back. Now the 1-2 to the plate. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Skeens, who shakes off the couple of hits and the wild pitch. Records his 5th strikeout, brought to you by Super One Foods, and now with 2 down. We'll see for the second time tonight, Jaden Davis.
And that's why he's a Friday night guy, because he can do that. He can pitch out of trouble that he pitches himself into or that the defense gets him in was strikeouts.
First delivery outside and low for ball one. Davis grounded out. A great play by Ben DePolk, the third baseman by the Tigers. Dreyer with a leadoff second. Skeens looks to second. Looks again. Now the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 1-1.
That one scared me. Can't imagine how Jaden Davis felt. Looked like a fastball was going to hit him right in the ribs and broke into the strike zone.
The 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Chase that one down and away, and Skeens ahead again, 1-2. A strike away from putting the Tigers back in the dugout here in a score game, in a tie game. The 1-2 gets away and get outside, but Neal this time sliding over, gets a glove on it. 2-2 the count.
Think about Brady Neal. I mean, he could still be in high school playing baseball, and he's out there catching a guy throwing 100 miles an hour for the #1 ranked team in the country.
2 outs, runner at second. The 2-2 in the air to right field. Kling going back, turning, twisting, and has it for out number 3. Made it look easy. Kling with a great play in right field. Eventually ends the inning. Samford, though, gets a run on 2 hits. They leave 1 man on. We're tied 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tigers will send up Cruz, White, and Neal when we return. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
My husband had a gun. Him and his friends would go shooting. The ammunition, unfortunately, was not stored separately. In a million years, we never thought that Emily could. There's a hole in our family that can never, ever be filled.
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. With safe gun storage, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Dylan Cruz will start things off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 3rd. Now a tie ball game, 1-1. Cruz stands in the first delivery. Breaking ball strike from Gravy. And it's 0-1. Cruz caught looking back in the 1st inning. His first time to the plate. Very rare occurrence for Mr. Cruz. Here's the 0-1. Swings hard. Pops it up. Near home plate. And we may have a collision. As Klein, the first baseman, came in on Dreyer, the catcher, who was setting up to make the grab, and the ball falls right between the both of them. And a lack of communication allows Dylan Cruz to come swing again, as that one for sure looked to be the first out of the inning. But Samford cannot complete the play. And again, you had Klein sprinting down the first baseline, full stride, and not sure that Dreyer even knew he was coming, and he was going to reach back for the ball. And again, just a near miss collision.
You know, teams work on that pop fly communication.
This pitch to Cruz. Breaking ball misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And in a 1-2 count, the odds are it won't hurt him, but it definitely could.
Ground ball, and sneaks through by Howell, the shortstop. Base hit for Dylan Cruz. Gets the leadoff man aboard for the Tigers to start things here in the bottom of the third inning. And it did come back to bite them.
Yeah, if this one stays tight, you almost want to remember that at bat because they had him. I mean, that was a fairly routine pop fly. It was only about 15, 20 feet away from home plate.
So with Cruz aboard, it'll be Tommy White to the plate. Got aboard safely on a fielder's choice, trying to turn two, but the throw got away. Here's a pitch in the dirt to White, and it's 1-0. Bulldogs, as we mentioned, 6-6 on the season. They opened the year at Memphis. Lost 2 of 3. One-0 to White. Missing away, make it 2 balls, no strikes. Head coach Tony David is in his second year head coach, but been a long-time assistant, in fact, associate head coach for Samford for well over 15 seasons. As this one again misses to White, and it's now 3-0. Cruz will take his lead off of first. White awaits the 3-0 pitch. Missing low, ball 4. So Cravey gives up his 3rd walk, 4th free pass of the night, including hitting Trey Morgan in the first inning. And that'll put LSU with something going here. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. And we'll see Brady Neal. Brady had a fly ball out to shallow right field, handled by the second baseman his first time up. And here's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Cruz off of second, White off of first, showing bunt, and it's fouled and goes right into the third base dugout. It's 0-2 now to Neal. Neal trying to battle back, 0-2. Cravey delivers a pitch, swing and a miss. Neal down on strikes. So after giving up the single and the base on balls, Cravey records his 3rd strikeout. There's one away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And we'll see Jordan Thompson. Thompson lined out to 3rd. And Doug, to your point, had a really good at bat. Down in the count, fouled a couple off, and then just sent a rocket right to Anderson, who didn't have to move at third base.
Just put the glove up.
So Jordan with an opportunity here with runners 1st and 2nd. Cravey to the plate, and it gets away from Dreyer. Off the top of his mitt. To the backstop it goes, and the Tigers advance runners 2nd and 3rd.
Should only be, though, if you're keeping track of that, of Dylan Cruz being able to reach, should only be a man at 2nd with 2 outs. If it ends up being a close game, you look back to moments like that.
Breaking ball from Cravey. Missing outside, 2-0. Now to Thompson. Working quickly, the 2-0 inside just misses. In a piece of the jersey as Thompson turns inward. It's now 3-0.
Tigers
Cravey
over the last, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say Cravey now having a little trouble finding the strike zone, and Dreyer going to call for time, go visit out with his pitcher.
Going to talk about this offense over this last 7-game win streak. They're hitting .371 as a team with 25 doubles, 3 triples, and 15 home runs. They've outscored their opponents 90-12. Pitching staff has posted a team 1.58 ERA, just 34 hits allowed, a 169 batting average against.
So Dreyer now comes back behind home plate. Thompson will step in. Cravey behind in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Dylan Cruz at third. Tommy White at second. Just 1 out in a 1-1 game. And Thompson lifts one to center field. Rodriguez coming over, and he'll make the grab. Tagging up is Cruz. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Cruz slides in safely. It's 2-1 LSU.
Thompson gets the job done.
At the plate for the Tigers, first baseman, Jared Jones.
But Dylan Cruz would not have scored if they could have caught that routine pop-up.
As they say, it all adds up. 2 outs in the inning. White still at second base. We'll see Jared Jones, who just missed a 3rd home run for the freshman. His first at bat in the 2nd. They ruled it coming off the top of the wall. Though I still see many people, even after review, not agreeing that that ball wasn't out of here. First pitch, a called strike to Jones. The 0-1. A little soft knock, one hopper to the shortstop, Howe. He'll glove it, throw to first, and the Tigers are done here at the bottom of the 3rd. But they regain the lead, 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 man on. We now move to the top of the 4th inning. 2-1 LSU. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Jenny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janny King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger Athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
2-1 LSU leads Samford here in game 1 of this 3-game set from Alex Box Stadium. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Samford coming to the plate. Stephen Klein will lead it off for the Bulldogs. Klein, Anderson, and Steele, 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Paul Skeens continues his work. 3 innings so far, giving up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 5 strikeouts. First delivery. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
I don't know if you heard that, but Jack Merrifield has entered the game. He's out at second base now.
Merrifield comes in for Dugas defensively here. This one fouled back and out of play, and it's 0-2 now. Decline.
It's a little unusual. Trying to see Dugas struck out looking at his last at bat. Just hope it's not an injury.
The 0-2. Again sent foul down the line, out of play and left. Klein fighting off another pitch. Here's the radar gun trying to get back to work here. Give you an indication of Skeens' velocity here in the top of the 4th inning. The 0-2 pitch. This is high and outside. Yeah. 99 miles an hour.
Thought it was pretty firm.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Klein. Flied out to center field his first time up. 1-2, swing and a miss. That one triple digits, 1-0-0. And Skeens now with his 6th punch out of the night. 1 gone here in the top of the 4th inning.
Like, I know we say that ball was in the mitt before he swung. I wish we could get the replay because I think that ball was literally in the mitt. That's as bayou as it can get.
John Anderson stands in. The right-hander awaits. Skeens ready to work. Then you get the breaking ball for his strike, and it's 0-1.
At 85. I mean, this is big league stuff in a college uniform.
Skeens, the 0-1. There's his strike. 99, and it's 0-2.
It's a little bit different energy here when he's pitching when the radar gun actually works than when everybody's just guessing.
The 0-2. Lifted foul towards the first base dugout. Jones giving chase along with Neal, but it catches the overhang out of play. It still remains 0-2 for John Anderson. Fans, a reminder, this inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Just text home run to 31996 and get your Tiger tune-up. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. 1 gone, nobody on. John Anderson at the plate. Skeens looks in, another 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chase this one outside. Give him his 7th punch out of the night. Another Super One Foods strikeout. And there are 2 gone here in the top of the 4th.
About 88 miles an hour on that slider.
So with his 50th pitch of the night, Skeens hits 100 on the gun. He's thrown 54. He's got 7 strikeouts. And now he'll face Steele, another left-handed hitter, and the first pitch a low. 1-0.
Yeah, he wants 8 to be able to get back to that 2 an inning average.
Lucas Steele caught looking his first time up. Send one right back into the screen, foul, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 delivery. Strike on the inside corner. That one at 100.
Goodness
and it's 1-2.
Gracious. 100 at the knees. Oh. It's like Nintendo out there for him.
And there's another swing and a miss. And there is strikeout number 8 as Skeens does a little dance off the mound there and sends the Bulldogs to the dugout quickly here. 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th inning. 2-1 LSU leads. Tigers come to the plate. Bottom of the order, Napolt, Kling, and then Jack Merrifield in for Gavin Dugas to top the order. 2-1 LSU leads. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs.
The roar of LSU fighting Tiger baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
2-1 lead for LSU. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Ben Napolt to lead it off. Batted in the 8th spot. Got a board on a walk, left stranded at second base back in the second inning as Cravey delivers the first pitch, misses a little high. If you're just joining us, whether by radio or on SEC Network Plus, there's a ground ball foul down the first base line. Napolt leading things off. Paxton Kling in the 9 spot. And then Jack Merrifield taking over at second base will be inserted into the top of the order. Again, trying to get an indication on coach's decision or what would be the case with Gavin Dugas, who started the game at second. There's a strike to Napolt. 91-mile-an-hour fastball from Cravey, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cravey, the 1-2. Off the end of the bat, foul, rolls to the backstop. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pleasant evening here in the capital city. Temperatures in the mid-60s. And off the end of the bat, this one a slow roller to third off the bat of Napolt. Throw up the line at first, but a great job by Klein to get it and apply the tag for out number 1. So Anderson makes the play at third base, and there's 1 gone, and we'll see Paxton Kling.
That's the second time that Cravey has been able to retire the leadoff batter. Makes things much easier.
Kling showing bunt, pulls it back, pitch a little low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes now to Paxton Kling. Had a single back in the second inning. Doug mentioned just before he put bat on the ball that he's been on a tear in this 7-game win streak for LSU. Here's the 1-0, big swing and a bouncer foul down the third base line. Nice grab out there by Josh Jordan, third base coach. Barehanded grab.
Yeah, it looks like a beach ball right now for Kling.
Here's the 1-1. Caught the outside corner at the knees. Called strike makes it 1-2. Cravey fires. Stays away from the breaking ball that misses outside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two delivery in the dirt. And that will fill the count down to Paxton Kling.
Alabama still trails Columbia. It's 7-2 now in the top of the 5th.
Get you a full rundown coming up in a bit. Here's the payoff pitch. Off speed, misses high, and Kling earns the walk. Cravey gives up another free pass, his 4th base on balls tonight. And again, Jack Merrifield will step in place of Gavin Dugas atop the order for LSU. And now we see personnel head down to the bullpen for Samford down the line in left. Cravey up to 78 pitches here in tonight's start. Kling takes his lead off first. Pitch to Merrifield. Called strike at the knees. And it's 0-1.
I might start with some scores this inning with the new pitch clock stuff. It's tough to get a full schedule in.
Cravey checks the runner now to the plate. Gets by Dreyer, rolls right between his legs. Kling easily trots down to second. And the Tigers have a man in scoring position now with 1 out. Second pitch that's gotten away from Cravey and Dreyer, the battery. Again, you add that with a hit by pitch and 4 base on balls. Yeah. That's been the issue for Cravey. At times he's had good stuff. LSU, 2 runs on just 3 hits tonight. Here's the 1-1. That misses low, making 2-1 now to Jack.
Missouri split with New Jersey Institute of Technology. They won the first game today 6-1 and lost game 2 2-1.
2-1 delivery. Again, in the dirt. Kling reads it, got away from the catcher Dreyer, but a good throw down to third, and they will get him.
No, they called him safe.
Oh, they called him safe. Oh, it looked like he said out.
And that was attributed to his speed, but the read that he got on that secondary lead, he read it in the dirt all the way. He was off with the pitch. And a bullseye throw from Dreyer behind home plate.
I didn't see the left hand of the umpire, just the right. This one given a ride by Merrifield to center field, but Rodriguez coming over. He will glove it, but deep enough for Kling to tag up, coming to score the third run of the game. So Merrifield gets inserted into the lineup, gets the sac fly RBI after Kling steals third base. That's how you do it. Tigers now 3-1 they lead.
Change the scoreboard. That's what hitters are trying to do when they're up there, and Merrifield gets it done.
So now Morgan stands in with 2 outs. First pitch outside as Morgan spins away. Trey tonight hit by a pitch in the first, strikeout victim in the second inning. Cravey's 1-0 delivery. This one misses low and inside, 2-0.
Kentucky's on the road at Southern Illinois. The Cats get a win in 10 innings, 5-4 earlier today.
Two-0 delivery, swing and a miss. Morgan again putting everything into that swing. It's now 2-1.
8th-ranked Arkansas defeated Louisiana Tech 7-4 earlier. They're in Fayetteville this weekend.
That one's going to hit Morgan. He's hit for the second time tonight. He will sprint down to first base. You could hear that one come off maybe the top of the foot.
Yeah, right off the front of the foot. In Athens, Georgia beat Charleston Southern earlier 18-9. Vanderbilt just able to squeak by Loyola Marymount 2-1.
Meeting on the mound once again. Dreyer going out talking with Cravey, and had some pitchers and personnel go down to the left field bullpen. A little bit of stretching. Nobody throwing as of yet.
Tennessee is winning 16-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 3rd-ranked Vols, I should say. Again, Alabama in the top of the 5th in Tuscaloosa trails 7-2 to Columbia. In Starkville in the bottom of the 5th, Mississippi State leads 5-1 over Lipscomb. Auburn leading Southeastern Louisiana 3-1. They're in the top of the 6th and on the plains there.
Dylan Cruz stands in with 2 down, a runner at first. The breaking ball from Cravey misses outside. Dylan tonight caught looking in the first. Picked up a base hit in the 3rd inning, eventually came around to score to make it a 2-1 LSU lead. A turn and toss by Cravey. Is Morgan able to slide back?
15th ranked Texas A&M Aggies lead 8-0 over Northern Kentucky in College Station. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning.
The 1-0 in the air to right field. Coming over, the second baseman Staten in foul territory, and he holds on for out number 3. Had to run a mile to get to it. Credit Garrett Staten, the second baseman. He was the only one could make a play. Garner way too deep in right field. And the Tigers extend the lead 3-1. We head to the top of the 5th in game 1. Back after this. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger baseball. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
3-1 LSU on top of Samford. We move to the top of the 5th inning. Garrett Howell, the shortstop, will lead it off. Skeens ready to go. First pitch missing outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Howell tonight caught looking back in the 2nd inning. Skeens giving up 3 hits, 1 run. 8 strikeouts so far.
Yeah, 3 in a row to end the last inning. He's on a roll.
1-0 delivery outside. Make it 2-0.
A couple other scores, Chris. South Carolina leading Bethune-Cookman 12-2 in the top of the 5th inning. And Oxford, Ole Miss tossing a shutout through 3, 9-0. They're leading Purdue, and Florida leads Siena in the bottom of the 2nd, 1-0 in Gainesville.
Swung on, lifted in the air, shallow left center field. Going back, Thompson called for it, and eventually Morgan comes in and makes the play. Thompson had cleared everybody out, but Morgan said, I got a better look. And again, great communication. The left fielder makes the play.
Well, and if you're a young player watching at home, you might be saying, you know, why did Jordan Thompson get out of the way? He was camped out underneath it. There's a priority on the field, and the shortstop has priority over all other infielders, but all outfielders have priority over all the infielders, and Thompson did a great job of getting out of the way there.
Staten to the plate. Had a base hit in the 3rd inning. Came around to score to get Samford on the board. Here in the top of the 3rd inning. First pitch a strike. Second one driven foul down the line. Will find the seats in right. And it's 0-2. It's one of the things LSU, you know, we talk about earlier, the runs, the offensive production, and Doug, obviously, the total pitching staff and what they've been able to throw here through 13 games. First the 0-2. Misses low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Staten. But it's plays like that, with the communication. We've seen it a number of times, the outfield, the infield, really the entire defense, the jump they have made from a year ago to this year is really nothing short of remarkable by this coaching staff and these players. This one misses outside, evens the count 2-2.
Well, and it shows how in tune Jay Johnson is with his team, because talking to him before the season, he almost promised that the one big difference we would notice is a better defensive ball club this year. And 4 errors, the proof's in the pudding. They're leading the country and fielding the ball.
2-2, swung on, ground ball right to Thompson at short. The throw is in the dirt, and Jones cannot dig this one out. He's had 2 prior digs, but this one comes off the glove, and Staten will arrive safely at first base. The throw was just low. Took a not even really a short hop. It was a little farther away from Jones, who then had to judge where the ball was going to be.
I'm just not saying anything the rest of the night.
So that'll be the 5th error of the season, and you can blame it on Chris and Doug.
It's my fault.
Runner at first with 1 out. Garner to the plate. Slaps this one foul into the screen. It's 0-1. That's the beauty of you and I working together. You really believe what we do up here impacts what happens down there.
I think
I certainly do not subscribe to that theory.
A little bit more than you used to.
The 0-1. Breaking ball and a big swing and a miss by Garner, and it's 0-2.
Just an opportunity for Paul Skeens to get a couple more strikeouts. Could look at it like that.
1 away, runner at first. Tigers lead 3-1. Skeens with the runner going. Swing and a miss. Throw down by Neal, and it gets away from Merrifield off the edge of his glove. And in to second base goes Staten. But there are 2 gone after the strikeout. Skeens records it. And that's his 9th of the night. And with a runner in scoring position, we'll see the catcher Dreyer also on a hit and run, able to bounce a ball through the right side of the infield for just his 2nd hit of the year back in the 3rd inning.
Paul Skeens not only leading the SEC in strikeouts, but he's leading the whole country. And
looking for back-to-back strikeouts here to get out of this inning.
9 through 5. He's right on pace.
So Staten will take his leadoff second. Skeens will look him and come to the plate. First pitch to Dreyer, high and inside, 1-0.
Still pumping it in there at 99 miles an hour. 72 pitches in.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Dreyer not close on that one. It's 1-1. Two down, runner at second. The 1-1 pitch. Got him again to chase this one. 1-2. Skeens now has Dreyer a little off balance there at the plate. We'll see what he offers here ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 just missed the outside corner. Came back with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Looked good. Just off the plate, according to Ray Gregson. So that evens the count 2-2.
Had to get some black, huh? I mean, Brady Neal didn't move very much.
2 outs. Skeens fires the 2-2.
There he is.
That's a called strike 3. And Skeens records strikeout number 10. Another Super One Foods strikeout. No runs, no hits, 1 error by the Tigers, and the Bulldogs leave 1 man on. It's a 3-1 LSU lead. Bottom of the 5th coming your way. Be White, Neal, and Thompson. 4, 5, and 6 when we return. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Y'all like it hot and spicy? Then play Boil 'em Up from the lottery. Win up to $3,000. You've hit the bonus round. Play Win It All bonus. Win up to $17,000. Looking for a jolt of cash? Pick up High Voltage Bingo and win up to $30,000. Stack up your winnings with $200,000 stacks. Top prize $200,000. The Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning, LSU leading Samford here in Game 1, 3-2-1. Tommy White going to lead it off for the Tigers. Be White, Neal, and Thompson due up. The first pitch from Jacob Cravey to White is a called strike. It's 0-1. We mentioned Jack Merrifield coming in for Gavin Dugas at second base. We are told that there may have been an issue with Gavin's contact lens. And if you remember, Doug, as that pitch misses outside, it's 1-1 to White. The first at bat for Gavin tonight, he called for time late in the pitch count, was granted that timeout, and then there was some discussion between Jay Johnson and Ray Gregson, our home plate umpire. And apparently, that's where the contact issue arose. And again, that's what we're told due to the replacement of Merrifield for Dugas at second base and at the top of the order. So that one fouled off by White, and it's 1-2. Pitch to Tommy, ground ball towards second base, coming over. Shortstop Howe with it. High throw, and missing the tag is the first baseman, Klein. It brought him off the bag. He tried to Ole tag White going by. First base umpire Eddie Newsom said he missed with the glove, and immediately Samford initiating a review as immediately following the play, Klein gave the headset sign to the third base dugout. So they will challenge this call. Will go under review for the second time tonight, brought to you by Acme Oyster House.
Yeah, I think he actually had his foot on the bag when the throw got there. I mean, he went for the tag in case, I guess, there was any, because eventually he came off, but no replay yet. It was a tough play. It brought the shortstop toward the middle of the field. Throw was in plenty of time. No. It's going to be hard to tell if he got the tag on him.
Yeah, he tried his best, Klein, to keep that back foot on the first base bag, but the throw brought his foot off.
He got the tag on him.
We shall see. First couple angles, he was definitely off the bag. Whether or not he got the glove on Tommy White is what they will determine inside the video room. One more look at it here.
There, I think you got it.
If it's slowed down a little bit, you'll see where Tommy White's left foot is in relation to the first base bag, because contact was made between glove and arm. So we will wait.
We will.
Of course, things are always heating up on the field here at the box, but whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice. Colder, cleaner, and longer lasting since 1997. Slow Melt Ice has been a leader in providing packaged ice and bulk ice for commercial, industrial, and retail businesses here in South Louisiana. For more info, go to slowmeltice.com. That's slowmeltice.com. Well, still waiting. Under review here. Initial ruling on the field was Tommy White was safe, avoided the tag of Klein, the first baseman. And Klein, without question, immediately looked to his coaching staff to initiate a review. They were happy to oblige. And here come the umpires. They'll point to first, and he's safe.
Oh, wow.
So White will remain at first base.
These things off with E6.
Waiting for the ruling. They were waiting, of course, to get the review. So we'll see what the official scorer decides there on the throw that was up the line at first. And it is a throwing error by the shortstop. Second error of the game by the Bulldogs. We'll see Brady Neal step in as we get back to action here. Neal 0 for 2 on the night. Takes a big cut. Can't find the baseball, and it's 0-1.
Always good to get that leadoff runner aboard.
Not much of a lead off of first.
No.
Cravey looks over. Now the 0-1 to the plate. Driven to deep center field. Rodriguez going back to the track and makes the grab as he slams into the right center field wall. And a long shot off the bat of Neal, but stays within the park. Rodriguez makes the play, and there's one down.
I mean, you can't get any deeper than that. 405, Rodriguez, a nice play out there, slamming up against the wall. Almost came out of his glove. He hit the wall so hard. Another good swing by Brady Neal.
Now we'll see Jordan Thompson. Thompson 0 for 1. Lined out on a scorcher to third in the second inning. First pitch goes that way again, but this one foul left of third base, and it's 0-1. Had a sac fly in the third inning to bring in a run to make it a 2-1 LSU lead. White remains at first base with one out. Pitch to Thompson. Skies this one to shallow right center. Converging is Gardner, and the wind will carry it right to him for out number 2. So Thompson retired. We'll see Jared Jones come to the plate. We'll invite you out to the Jay Johnson Show. We'll premiere on March 27th, 7 to 8 p.m. at TJ Ribs on South Acadian. Coach Johnson joins us for a full hour. Very latest on LSU baseball, and by that time, March 27th, we'll be in the thick of SEC play. So come out and join us on March 27th. Jones' first offering misses low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Cravey's up to 100 pitches now. The right-hander down in the bullpen appears to be ready.
White still remains at first base, aboard by a throwing error. Off speed and a strike at the letters surprises Jared Jones. It'll even the count 1-1. Gravy from the stretch. The 1-1. Way outside, 2-1. '38th plate appearance for the freshman Jones. Got 11 hits, scored 8 runs, driven in 10 runs, 7 walks, and 18 strikeouts. 2-1. Again missing low. 3-1 now. Jones with a hitter's count here with 2 down, a runner at first. Tigers looking for some more separation. They lead 3-1. 3 runs on 3 hits so far. 3-1. Fouled back into the screen off the bat of Jones. That'll fill the count 3-2.
Well, that was a good pitch to hit, and he took a great swing at it. Just missed it.
So Cravey trying to get 1 more out. Here's the payoff delivery. Check swing and fouled. Down the line and right will find the seats. Coming up on Sunday after the conclusion of all of the Division I college basketball conference tournaments will be the 2023 NCAA Division I women's basketball bracket reveal. Selection show at 7 o'clock Eastern coming up this Sunday. As Coach Kim Mulkey and women's basketball see where they get started. Here's one lifted high and deep to right field off the bat of Jones, and it was in the diamond deck. See ya. Jones opposite field. 2 runs. The Tigers get a little separation off the bat of the freshman. It's 5-1.
And that one went 347 feet, but jumped off the bat at 107 miles an hour. It was a towering fly ball. Landed about 3 rows up into the Community Coffee diamond deck. Jared Jones, though, knew that he got it even into the wind. Nice little bat flip there down the first baseline.
Well, we saw the check swing foul that went way down the line and right. That time got a full swing on it. Picks up his 3rd home run of the year. 4th hit of the night for the Tigers, and now we'll see Ben Napolt. First pitch from Cravey misses high. Napolt tonight a single, or I should say 0 for 1. Again, has found a way to reach base throughout this early part of the season. There's a strike to even it up 1-1. Earned a walk in the 2nd inning, grounded out to the 3rd baseman John Anderson last time in the 4th. 1-1. Fouled back into the screen. Napolt falls behind in the count 1-2. And the Tigers adding 2 runs with 2 outs in the inning. Part of the emphasis every single day of the year for Jay Johnson. 1-2 in the air. Down the line in left. Foul territory, giving chase, and out of the reach of the shortstop Garrett Howe, who went sliding just in front of the bullpen. It was Howe, Steele, the left fielder, and John Anderson all giving chase.
Something tells me that the Samford Bulldogs will be going over some fly ball practice. You've had a couple now land right here in front of 3rd. That one, which was a tough play, don't get me wrong, and then the one right behind home plate. One for sure cost a run.
So Napolt will get a chance to swing again with 2 down and a 1-2 count. Missing high. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Ground ball towards first. Nicely handled by Klein. And he will beat Napolt to first base for out number 3. But the Tigers add to their lead. 2 runs on 1 hit. 2-run bomb to right field off the bat of Jared Jones. 1 error committed by the Bulldogs. It's now 5-1 LSU. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Tiger fans, your new favorite local delivery app is here. Download the ASAP app to get all of your game day needs delivered right to your door. All season long, make sure to use promo code TIGERS22. You'll score $5 off your order and automatically be entered in the Winner ASAP Dinner Sweepstakes for a chance to win tickets to see the Tigers in action. That's promo code TIGERS22. ASAP.com is the official mobile ordering partner of LSU Athletics.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you one of many homeowners who just dreads the winter due to inconsistent home heating? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who just wants to offer more reliable, higher efficiency home heating. LuxAir helps keep homes warm while saving money and offers great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your LuxAir dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxAir.com to learn about working with LuxAir.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
A reminder, just like the winning lineup, Cintas has the all-star services for all of your business needs, everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. Get ready for the workday with Cintas. Jared Jones provides some fireworks there in the bottom half of the 5th inning. A 2-run blast, his 3rd of the year. Tigers now lead 5-1 over Samford. Against Skeens, another excellent Friday night outing. 5 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 10 strikeouts so far. His pitch count at 74 as he starts here in the top of the 6th inning. There in the top of the 5th, there was no drop-off in velocity. Still touching 100 on the radar gun. Well over 50 pitches into tonight's start. Rodriguez atop the order will lead it off for Samford. Back-to-back strikeouts in the 1st and 3rd. Right-hander will face Skeens once again. First pitch from Paul. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 97. And it's 0-1.
Rodriguez, one of the better plays we've seen out in center field so far this year.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. That one a little in on the hands, off speed, and it's 0-2.
As he pulled one off the top of the fence off Brady Neal.
A lot of times a great play in the field will result in a little better results at the plate, but not this time when you're facing Paul Skeens. No. Swing and a miss on 3 pitches. And that is strikeout number 11 for the Tiger right-hander. 1 away here in the top of the 6th, and that will bring to the plate Jaden Davis.
I mean, we're looking at a chance for 15, 16 strikeouts tonight.
First pitch to Davis, misses low, ball 1. The DH for the Bulldogs tonight, grounded out to Ben Napolt at 3rd in the 1st, and flied out to Paxton Kling in right field his last time up in the 3rd inning. Skeens ready to work the 1-0. Breaking ball looked like maybe fooled the umpire. Came in high, but it looked like it dropped in nicely. Nonetheless, it's 2-0.
Yeah, nobody's job is easy when Paul Skeens on the mound. Neal, the home plate umpire, and certainly all the other hitters.
This one hit foul and out of play down the right field line. 2-1 the count. Time now to visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliable tractor under 100 horsepower in the US of A. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota. Here's the 2-1 from Skeens. Drops in low. Moves the count 3-1. Three-one pitch, sent back foul into the screen. That will fill it up now for Davis. Skeens delivers the payoff pitch. This is low. That's the first base on balls given up by Skeens tonight. Fastball just missed under the knees, and that will send Davis down to first base and bring up Stephen Klein, the first baseman for the Bulldogs. Had you not been keeping score, you would have realized by watching the body language of Skeens that was his first walk of the night. He was upset with himself. So now he'll face Klein. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Bulldog first baseman tonight flied out to Cruz in center field in the first. It was one of those Paul Skeen 11 strikeouts his last time up in the fourth. Stays away from this one, and they'll say missed off the outside corner, leaving the count 1-1. Runner at first, off the end of the bat. Fly ball shallow left center field. Cruz comes in, and he will have it for out number 2. So Klein retired. The only Bulldog hailing from Louisiana, native of Metairie. He's retired, 2 gone.
Third baseman John Anderson.
See John Anderson, third baseman for the Bulldogs, also a strikeout victim in the 4th inning. Still Davis a runner at first on the base on balls. Now Skeen's going to toss over there to Jones. And Davis able to get back safely. Pitch to the plate. Line drive, but into the seats. Got plenty of that one, but foul. And it's 0-1. Davis takes a 3-step lead off first. Skeens will glance over. Now comes set. With 2 outs. In the top of the 6th. The 0-1.
Oh.
Gonna hit him.
Ouch.
Ooh, 90. 96. That one will leave a mark.
98.
98 will leave a mark.
Even bigger mark.
Anderson will slowly make his way to first. Appears to be all right, but that one certainly will sting.
Oh. That'll bring tears to your eyes.
Ouch.
So after a 1-out walk, now a hit by pitch. Samford with 2 men on. We'll see Lucas Steele. Struck out both occasions. Caught looking in the 2nd. Strikeout swinging in the 4th.
By the way, Columbia is beating Alabama 9-2 now in the top of the 7th inning. Still no outs.
Skeens delivers, swing and a miss by Steele, and it's 0-1. Columbia coming down to T-Town, maybe handing Alabama their first loss of the year.
That's what it's looking like.
The 0-1 elevates it. Fastball swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Crowd trying to lift up Skeens here with 2 outs, 2 men on. The 0-2 pitch just stays alive, fouls it back. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Fans, get ready to taste victory with a Victory Grill from Barbecue Guys. Get your Victory Grill today and become a backyard barbecue champ only at bbqguys.com. Davis at second. Anderson hit by a pitch at first. Tigers leading 5-1. Here's the 0-2, and again, still stays alive, fouling this one back into the screen.
Big Riley Cooper started to toss down in the LSU bullpen. Just having a catch at the moment.
So Skeens again will look in. The 0-2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Steele.
Well, he started the innings with 70 pitches. He's up to 93 now. This will likely be the last we see of Skeens.
The 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him to chase it high. And if it is the last we see of Skeens tonight, how about 12 strikeouts?
I'll take it.
That'll do it for Samford. Here in the top of the 6th inning, no runs, no hits. They do leave 2 men on. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning, LSU leading 5-1. Kling, Merrifield, and Morgan due up when we come back. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too. Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Head to the bottom of the 6th inning here on this Friday night, Game 1. 3-game series, LSU and Samford. 5-1, LSU leads over the Bulldogs as Samford bringing in a new pitcher, taking over on the mound. It'll be number 12, Trey Sanders, for the Bulldogs.
Trey Sanders, 6'2", 187-pound sophomore. The right-hander out of Columbus, Georgia, went to Brookstone High School. Sanders' fastball will be 87 to 90 miles an hour. He throws a curveball and a slider. Curveball is going to be in the low 70s, slider in the high 70s. He'll lead it off against Paxton Kling.
First pitch, missing outside for ball 1 as Kling stands in. Had a base hit in the 2nd. Board on a walk, came around to score in the 4th inning. 1-0 to Kling. Big swing, but can't find the baseball, and it's 1-1.
That was a healthy hack. Give me the final line on Jacob Cravey, the starter for Samford.
1-1 to Kling. Off speed, misses high. Make it 2-1.
Cravey went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, only 2 earned. He had 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. And by the looks of it, with Riley Cooper down in the bullpen, it looks like he'll start off the 7th.
Pitch to Kling, misses at the hands to the right-hander. It's now 3-1.
If he does, that would be it for Skeens. He's got 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 12 strikeouts.
3-1 pitch to Paxton. This time catches the inside corner right at the belt. That'll fill it up now, 3-2.
48 strikeouts, 24 innings pitched.
Payoff pitch. Slap, base hit into left field. A shot off the bat of Paxton Kling, his second hit of the evening, and the Tigers have the leadoff man aboard here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Just so confident at the plate. I mean, he looks like he's been doing this at this level for many years.
I mean, the guy is literally 12 for his last 17. 12 for 17.
We'll see Jack Merrifield showing bunt here. Now he'll bring it back, swing, runner goes, the throw down to second. Paxton in with his second stolen base of the night. Had a huge jump, no chance to get him down at second base.
Yeah, Meep is right. He's about as fast as the road runner, and when he gets a good jump, you can just put that one in your pocket.
So runner moves to second base with nobody out. Well, expect Merrifield now to swing away. Sanders fires. Nope. He'll bring out the bunt and just foul. Took a bounce left of the line down third way. Now we'll move the count to 0-2. While we have a moment, let's send a very special happy birthday to LSU's own Michael Bonnet.
Hey, what's that guy?
Longtime sports information director. Keeps an eye on all of LSU sports. Certainly
been doing it for a long time.
Football keeps him very, very busy, but we hope he had a great birthday, Mike. The 0-2, Merrifield launches this to center field. Rodriguez coming over in center. He'll have it. Kling again tagging up, and the throw will be cut off, and Kling makes his way to third with one out. So Merrifield advances the runner. The Tigers with another run just 90 feet away. So we'll see Trey Morgan pick up the bat. Trey tonight 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch on 2 occasions, once in the first, once in the fourth. Did have a strikeout in the second.
First base correction, outfielder Trey Morgan.
So Morgan with a chance to add to his RBI total here. 1 out in the inning. Trey Sanders, relief pitcher, delivers the first offering, low and away. Ball 1. Morgan batting at .318. 15 runs batted in. This one misses outside. Now make it 2-0 as Sanders staying away from the left-handed hitter Morgan.
Yeah, not quite the velocity from Sanders that the starter Jacob Cravey had.
2-0 pitch, right up the middle, ground ball, base hit into right center field. Kling will score. Morgan with his 16th run driven in of the year, and the Tigers extend the lead 6-1.
Just a great piece of hitting there by Trey Morgan, looking back up the middle, able to get a fastball right out over the plate, keep it right up, back up the middle. Professional hitter Trey Morgan moves it to 6-1 Tigers.
Always great to watch Morgan swing in slow motion.
Thing of beauty.
So now we'll see Dylan Cruz. Cruz with Morgan down at first, still just 1 out. Facing Sanders for the first time tonight, and the right-hander misses low. It's 1-0. Dylan caught looking in the first, single in the third, came around to score. 1-0. Bends him back high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch to Cruz, smacked opposite field, base hit into right. Morgan will cruise into second. Cruz will cruise into first. And the Tigers now with back-to-back hits with 1 away, already adding a run to their ledger, 6-1, and now Sanders coming in relief, having some trouble here in the bottom of the 6th inning with his Tiger lineup. And it doesn't get much easier as Tommy White will stand in. White tonight, board on a fielder's choice in the first, a walk in the third, and a board on a throwing error back in the 5th inning. It came back to bite the Bulldogs as he came in to score.
Yeah, Cruz, Jones, and Paxton Kling all already with multiple hits in the game.
Pitch from Sanders, delivered low for ball 1 to White. Pitch to the plate. Missing at the hands. It's 2-0. White rarely steps out of the box. He's always ready to go, and this one jetted to right center field. Rodriguez on a run, but he can't get to it. Takes a bounce in front of the track. Coming around third is Morgan. Right behind him is Dylan Cruz. And a 2-run double for Tommy White. And the Tigers now open it up. It's 8-1 LSU as White delivers RBI 15 and 16. His 6th double of the year.
Thing of beauty, Chris, out there to right center field, hit the ball about as hard as you can hit a baseball. Looked like a golf ball coming off the bat, and Tommy White once again showing why he was the #1 transfer in the portal. Glad to have him here in Baton Rouge.
So another meeting on the mound here, and this may be all for reliever Trey Sanders, as another right-hander has been throwing. They're taking their time, haven't made the indication yet, because it still may not be the right-handers ready to go in the pen for the Bulldogs. Just one out. Tigers already plating 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. After a little slow start offensively against the starter, Cravey, they now have 8 runs on 8 hits.
That's Cole Fryman down there out of Molino, Florida. He went to Tate High School.
They'll stick with Sanders here as Fryman's still trying to get ready to go. But I imagine part of the messaging was there's a short leash on Trey Sanders here, who again going to face Brady Neal, who's 0 for 3s. Put the bat on the ball on 2 occasions. Flied out to the second baseman in shallow right field in the first. Was a strikeout victim to Cravey in the third, and then sent one deep to center field where Rodriguez went all the way to the wall. First pitch off speed. Misses on the outside corner, 1-0. White off of second. The pitch from Sanders misses high. Dreyer able to reach up there, hold on to it. 2-0 the count. Neal on the year. 9 hits, 14 runs scored. He's driven in 6 runs. A double, a triple, and a home run so far for the freshman catcher. This one absolutely tattooed, but fouled down the line in right.
Yeah, 2-0 count, looking for one he could drive. Got it on the inner third of the plate. Just hit it where it was pitched. It was just a little 2 in off the plate.
Still 2-1. Pitch to Neal. Again, Sanders trying to get that outside corner, but again missing. Ray Gregson's been pretty tight on the corners tonight, but been consistent against both teams. 3-1 now to Neal. With 1 out, the pitch. Missing ball 4, so Neal earns the walk. Runners now first and second. And Jordan Thompson, who's put the bat on the ball, just nothing to show for it. Yeah, did have the sac fly RBI in the 3rd. He lined out in the 5th. Flied out to right field, but I believe that's all for Trey Sanders. As Tony David makes the slow walk out to the mound. They'll make a call to the bullpen. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. LSU so far 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. They now lead 8-1. We'll tell you about the new Bulldog pitcher when we come back. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Our
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger baseball. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back at Alex Box Stadium on a Friday night, Game 1, LSU and Samford. Final non-conference weekend for the Tigers. Right now they lead by 7. Tigers putting 3 runs on the board so far here in the bottom of the 6th. They've got 8 runs on 8 hits tonight, 1 error in the field. Fans, H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. New pitcher taking over, as Doug told you, will be Cole Fryman, a right-hander. And with runners now first and second for the Tigers, it'll be Jordan Thompson, the LSU shortstop, at the plate. 1 away. First pitch from Fryman. Swing and a miss. Off speed, tailed away from the right-hander, and it's 0-1.
Fastball be high 80s from Fryman, 87, 89. Curveball in the mid-70s and a slider in the low 80s. Not quite sure what's going on here. The coach.
I think they're going to make a change at third base.
And the Samford third baseman.
After that pitch, coach called for time, went over to the third base umpire, and then they make a change. They're going to give him a couple of tosses out there in foul territory, but
it's almost like the coach had to coerce the third baseman to come on off the field. He didn't want to leave the field. This is why we need the microphones.
Yeah, it appeared at first that he called for time, came out of the dugout, and then was having that conversation. I couldn't tell whether he was talking to the third base ump or the third baseman, but obviously he was talking to his own player. And John Anderson now exits the game, and we'll have a new third baseman take over here with an 0-1 count to Jordan Thompson and 1 away.
It's Parker McDonald will now enter the game.
Freshman out of Tallahassee will take over at third. So after that
weird
substitution, Thompson ready back at the plate. The 0-1 from Fryman misses outside. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Thompson lined out for third in the second. Again, as I mentioned, had the sac fly RBI in the third. Flied out to right last time in the 5th inning. There's another healthy cut. Comes up empty now, 1-2.
Yeah, that was a mean hack right there. Bad intentions.
Tommy White at second. McPaul coming in to run for the Tigers. He's at first base. As Thompson had ideas but holds back, missing outside, evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, that was a good take. That was the pitcher's pitch and a 1-2 count. Nowhere near the plate, but looked like it was going to be.
So Brady Neal got aboard on a walk. McPaul comes in to run for him. 2-2 to Thompson. Shot to center field. Rodriguez settles under it and squeezes it for the second out. Now Tommy White trying to advance to third, and the throw from Rodriguez gets away over the head of the new third baseman, and that will bring Tommy in to score.
That's just heads-up baseball right there from Tommy White. The ball was up in the air forever, and the errant throw moves him not only to home, but that'll move Brady Neal all the way to third base.
Yeah, Mick Paul, the runner, will move to third.
Or Mick Paul, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Rodriguez, I think, looked up, saw Tommy White tagging up and thought he had a chance against Tommy Tanks, but again, the throw was airmailed way over the top of Parker McDonald. The poor guy just checked into the game, had no chance to get a glove on that one. And so White granted home plate. Paul coming to third, and with 2 outs, we'll see Jared Jones, who had a 2-run blast 3 rows into the diamond deck last time.
Well, I think he's hit 2 home runs tonight, but we'll just let that be a conspiracy theory. They're going to appeal that he left early on the tag, and that second base umpire, Ryan Broussard, says he did it the right way. But I guess now.
So now the home plate umpire will bring the entire crew in, as you could hear from the Samford dugout. A hearty appeal that he had not tagged up. So after they threw to second,
we're going to look at it.
And Ryan Broussard said safe, they now will go under review. Our third review of the night, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. So it will be interesting to me if he left early, because I think that's what appealed to Rodriguez in center. He had to camp under the ball off the bat of Thompson, and then when he caught it, he looked and then saw Tommy taking off and thought, I can get this guy. And again, had the throw been a little more on target, it would have been a close play, but I sure didn't think Tommy left early. But they'll go back and take a look at it here as the appeal from the Samford dugout.
Yep, no replays yet on a monitor. I wasn't watching Tommy White on the play, actually. I really didn't think he would tag up.
It was surprising.
I think that was part of the glamour of the play. I think it might have surprised Rodriguez out in center as well.
So under review here. Still inside the video room.
They're going to mess my scorebook up if they come back and say left early, Chris.
Again, big turn of events, because it makes it 9-1 with White coming in to score and Paul also being at third base on the errant throw. Again, that's the third error of the night. Here we go. We'll take a look at Rodriguez making the play, but no look of Tommy White on second base. So
that doesn't help us too. Well, that doesn't either. We need to see both at the same time, if that's even possible. How would you know that if you can't see the...
Well, we'll get the answer now. They'll say safe.
Yeah.
So the call on the field will stand.
I guess on a play like that, if you don't happen to have that home plate camera view of the ball and the runner at the same time, how would you be able to, review that?
They have more angles than we were privy to, so they seem pretty confident in it.
We'll take it.
So play stands. Score remains 9-1, and we'll see Jared Jones. First pitch to Jared, outside and in the dirt from Fryman, and it's 1-0. Again, Doug made mention of the fact that Jones in the second inning took one that appeared to go over the left field wall. They ruled it came off the top of the wall. What we thought was a home run was reduced to a single. He was left stranded there in the second inning. But then had no doubt as he dropped one in the diamond deck last time in the fifth. There's another big swing, but he misses, and it's 1-1. McPaul, the pinch runner, down at third with 2 down. The 1-1 to Jones. This one a mile high, headed towards the scoreboard in left field, and it's over the scoreboard.
Ball went over the scoreboard.
Another 2-run blast for Jared Jones, second home run of the night. And TrackMan going to have to work to figure this one out.
Chris, I'm going to guess here, 110 off the bat, cleared the left side of the scoreboard. We saw one off the top of the right side of the scoreboard that was, do you remember that, 467, something like that?
Yep.
I'm going to guess that ball was 470, 465 plus.
Over the left corner of the scoreboard in left field.
Maybe 475. I mean, holy guacamole. I'm going to text down there. I got to know that one.
So they'll get the data to us in just a moment, but to be sure, a 2-run homer, and that'll make it 11-1. Strike on the outside corner to Ben Napolt, who stands in. The Tigers again striking with 2 outs in the inning. They've put 6 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. This one off the end of the bat of Napolt. Fly ball to left. Lucas Steele running back quickly, and the left fielder will have it for out number 3. But 6 runs cross home plate on 5 hits, 1 error committed by the Bulldogs, but it's all highlighted by a 2-run absolute rocket shot off the bat of Jared Jones as the Tigers now lead 11-1. 10-run rule in effect for tonight. We head to the top of the 7th. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Y'all like it hot and spicy? Then play Boil 'em Up from the lottery. Win up to $3,000. You've hit the bonus round. Play Win It All bonus. Win up to $17,000. Looking for a jolt of cash? Pick up High Voltage Bingo and win up to $30,000. Stack up your winnings with $200,000 stacks. Top prize $200,000. The Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Maybe a little slow start offensively tonight, but the Tigers certainly get it going through the middle and now latter part of the game. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Tigers led early 1-0. They scored in the bottom of the 1st. Added another run after we were tied after 2.5. LSU led 2-1 after 3. Added one more to make it 3-1 in the 4th. As the Bulldogs come to the plate here with the Tigers with 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th and 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, highlighted by Jared Jones' 4th home run of the year, 2nd of the night. Here's a comebacker to Riley Cooper, who checks into the game and maybe got a piece of him, maybe a piece of the glove, and then went to the left, and it'll be an infield single off the bat of Staten, who's kind of been the bright spot offensively tonight for the Bulldogs. That will be his 2nd hit of the night. He's reached base all 3 times, reached by a throwing error in the 5th inning. So
Big Riley Cooper has not pitched in the last 7 games, but on the year, he's making his 3rd appearance. He's gone 8 1/3, allowed 7, now 8 hits, 5 runs. They've all been earned. He has 12 strikeouts and 3 walks.
Stand corrected. It was Howell led things off. Staten was on deck. So Howell gets the hit right up the middle.
So I got the story on the homer.
I know you ran to go find the data.
I had to try to figure that one out.
Staten swings and misses on an off-speed offering from Cooper. It's 1-1.
So I'm going to take back the tape measure a little bit because I just found out it did not clear the scoreboard. They all thought it did at first. When they looked at it, it hit the very, very top of it. And now I'm going to say it's more like 458, 460, something like that, which is still just massive. And the thing, Chris, we were talking about, it's a 1-2 count here now to the hitter for Cooper.
A foul keeps it 1 ball, 2 strikes to Staten, who again in the 7 spot is 1 for 2 tonight. So they still have not tracked down the distance as of yet.
No, I don't think they will. They say they missed it. That one's fouled over the grandstand. But the thing is, Chris, we talked about That ball, I don't think he squared it up. That ball was like up and on the outer part of the plate. Not something that he can really pull, but he certainly did.
Swing and a miss. Cooper comes at him with a 1-2 count. The fastball in on the hands, and Cooper records his strikeout. One down here in the top of the 7th. Again, as we mentioned, we were told prior to the game, both coaches agree to the 10-run rule after 7. And now we'll have a pinch hitter for Samford come in here. Garner was batting in the 8th spot. And we will see pick up a bat Andrew Bennett, the junior out of Kennesaw, Georgia, right-handed hitter. So Bennett, with his 16th plate appearance of the year, stands in. Off speed, missing outside from Cooper, and it's 1-0.
Watching the only undefeated team left, Alabama trails 10-5. They're in the bottom of the 8th. No outs. The leadoff runner was able to get to first base.
Missing high from Cooper, now 2-0. Changes in the field for LSU. Pearson checks in left field. That brings Morgan to first as this one fouled back by Bennett. Make it 2-1. Joe Bear checks in to play third, and Alex Milazzo takes over behind the plate, along with the relief pitcher Riley Cooper. 2-1 with 1 down, runner on at first. There's a strike on the inside corner at the knees. A fastball from Cooper. Surgical placement there, and it's 2-2. Little tapper up the line, but foul. Milazzo, quick reaction, able to pick it up barehanded, but it's a foul ball, and it's 2-2.
Got all up in his kitchen there.
Just got word 459 feet. So you were right back to
458, 460.
Got a home run by Jared Jones.
Oh, man, that was hit.
Certainly one to behold. Off-speed pitch just missed the outside corner. Cooper thought he had him. That'll fill the count 3-2. He's got plenty in agreement with him here at the box. Runner at first, payoff pitch, jammed him. Pop fly. Coming in is going to be Pearson. Thompson now going back, but Pearson again communicates. Thompson yields. Josh makes the play, and there's 2 gone. So again, with the 10-run rule in effect, 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
And I know pop flies are one of the most elementary, fundamental parts of the game, but a big difference in tonight's game has been the communication and ability to catch fly balls between these two teams. LSU's had a couple close calls that without communication could have ended in disaster.
See Dreyer, the catcher, stand in the 9 spot here, trying to keep hope alive for the Bulldogs. First pitch from Cooper misses, 1-0. One-0 pitch way outside. Milazzo fires a bullet down to first, trying to catch Howell napping. High throw and allows Howell to get back safely. What a rocket arm by Milazzo.
It's ridiculous.
Again, these two teams back at it tomorrow at 6:30. The 2-0 swing and a miss. Cooper pulled the string. It's 2-1.
How about the off-speed pitch? 2-0 there. Not like to see Milazzo toe the rubber just to see, what's in that thing from 60 feet.
Runner at first, 2 down. Cooper, the 2-1, and on the hands for ball 3, 3-1. Game 2 tomorrow, 6:30, and finish up the series on Sunday with a 1 p.m. first pitch. The Tigers will bring in UNO on Tuesday at 6:30.
Oh, come on.
This one misses for ball 4. So Dreyer earns the walk. Second time he's reached base tonight. Had a base hit back in the 3rd. So now runners first and second with 2 gone. And let's see.
Well, pinch runner?
Yep. Making decisions and looking into the dugout.
That's Braden Broom.
From Ringgold, Georgia.
You know where that is?
Mm-hmm.
Always. You always know where those Georgia spots are.
You got to drive through Ringgold as you're making your way towards the Tennessee line.
Okay.
So runners first and second. Another pinch hitter, and the first pitch, shallow fly ball to center field. Coming in, Paxton Kling sliding on a knee, makes the play for out number 3, and the Tigers get the win. Another 10-run rule in effect. 11-1, LSU with the victory moves to 13-1 on the season. And they take game 1 of this series against Samford. The Bulldogs now fall to 6-7. The offense got going. Big 6th inning with 6 runs to get them to a 10-run advantage. Riley Cooper comes in, closes the door. Final tonight, LSU 11, Samford 1. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
It's 4 a.m. Monday.